Hello everyone, this is Deb with Dahlia Designs. I am here to share with you my makes from the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend Design Challenge kit that was sent to me by Softflex Company. The links to their store, to their page at Softflex Co. here on YouTube will be there, and also the name of their Facebook group. I won't link that, but you can look it up for yourself. They have a Facebook page for their business, and they have a Facebook VIB, very important beading group, which is where if you buy their kits, you can post your makes for a chance to win a free kit, a future kit. Now, the reveal of this was the 26th of March, which actually is the day I'm recording this, but you'll see this on, well, the 27th of March or after 2025. And so thank you, Softflex, for sending this to me. Their kits generally retail about $34.99 as of the recording of this video. And their next kit should now be available, and it was called Beltrain Festival Design Kit. So I don't know what colorway that is. Sometimes you can get a hint if they have a bead strand to go along with it. If you look at that, you can sort of get a feel for the colorways, but not necessarily all the beads that are going to be in the kit. So yeah, go check it out. I am going to be doing that today too. Anyway, just to see. So here's what I have left. I have about maybe half of the beading wire left. It's 10 feet on here, and I used about 5, I think. I have this much of the pink um, custom bead mix by Just Bead It. I have this many of the hematite daisy spacers. There were 33 of those. I don't think I quite have half of them left. I have this much of the Jesse James beads bead mix, one big bicone and 2 little ones, which I'll definitely use all these in something. And about half of the crimp tubes, and I did use, 10-ish roughly, I guess. So let me show you all the pieces that I made. Um, so yeah, the first piece I made was this bracelet, very sparkly, because I thought I better make something sparkly like diamonds, since this kit is called Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. This is the toggle from the kit. Most of the beads on here are from the Jesse James bead mix. Actually, I think all of them are. I did bring in 2 wire guardians from my stash, but everything else, the beading wire, the crimp tubes, and the clasp with the jump rings, which are open jump rings, are from the kit, either the Jesse James bead mix. I think they're all from the Jesse James bead mix for this. And then I did make a pair of earrings, and I did use the ear wires that came in the kit, and all but this jump ring, these 2 jump rings, and 2 eye pins were from the kit. The jump rings and the eye pins were from my stash. So they're very sparkly and pretty and lightweight and dangly, and they go with the bracelet. The next thing I made, I think, was this necklace. This is an 18-inch sort of asymmetrical necklace. I brought in chain from my stash, and these black beads here and this little black bead here were from my stash, and this clasp was from my stash also. It is about an 18-inch with a 2-inch extender. Now let me pick this up and show you. I did use wire guardians again because I crimped right onto the chain, which I believe is an open chain, meaning you can pry it open, but let me tell you, I had trouble doing that, so I actually cut it to get it to what I needed. This ceramic bead here, 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 and here were from the kit, and they are larger hole beads. So what I did is I ran the beading wire down through the large hole, but then I went back through it twice, and that wire is exposed on the outside. And I kind of never did that before, I don't think, that I remember. So it's something different, and you can spread it out or whatever you want to do, but it stabilizes those beads to be in place. I just did it with the ceramic beads that were larger hole, and all four of those, the barrel and the spacers, have that on the outside. These beads, like I said, were from my stash. We've got the spacers in here, the hematite spacers. These little black beads were out of the Jesse James bead mix. And then these were from that strand of 7mm checked glass clear with rainbow iris fire polish. And I think I used the last two of those on the earring. There were 15 of those, and there's 13 in this necklace. So and these are out of the Jesse James bead mix as well. I really like it. It's something a little different. It's strung and chain. I kind of like that. I do that quite a bit, I think, is a little bit of beading and or wire work and a little bit of chain. And I like that because I like the chain going around the back of my neck. Let me know if you like that too. Or a little piece of something sticking up there. And then here are the earrings. These round black beads again are from my stash, and then everything else except the head pin and the ear wires are from the kit. So basically these are the last two of those crystal fire polish beads. These are from Jesse James. These are from Jesse James kit, and then the rest is from my stash. So yeah, that's that. Then I made this piece. I wanted to use the cubic zirconia CZ. Where are they on here? 6mm CZ pink tourmaline rondelles. So CZ is cubic zirconia, if you didn't know, and they're faceted and very sparkly. And then I think all the rest of these were from that pink bead mix. Now the clasp is from my stash. It has some crystals in it that I thought matched very well with this color, and I'll talk about those in a minute. And I've had it for a while. Those were from that Austrian crystal company we don't mention much anymore because they no longer sell to the crafting or jewelry making community. Um, these darker pink are actually freshwater pearls, and I don't believe I said that in my reveal video. And also these light pink milky ones, those are cat's eye. I think glass also, but they're, sorry for the glare. They are not showing up real good, but those are cat's eye. They have some glow to them and the lines in them like cat's eye does, which is not there. You can see the glow on that one as I turn it. Yeah, they're very pretty, but the holes in them are very small. I had trouble with them on earrings, so anyway, that's okay. And then these, I believe, are glass and crystal. Um, yeah, and these crystals might have come out of the. No, I think these crystals were not in the Jesse James bead mix. I think they were in the pink bead mix. Used wire guardians again from my stash. And then I put them on these ear wires I had in my stash, which have rhinestones on them. And I just did, because these are a longer ear wire dangling from your ear, I just wanted a small drop at the bottom. These are what's called kidney ear wires, for those of you who might not be familiar. So they hang down low, but then you just have a little dangle at the bottom with freshwater pearl cat's eye and the last two of the CZ cubic zirconia um, rondelles. Then I made a keychain charm or a planner charm or a journal charm, whatever you want to use it for. And I used the beading wire. This is out of the pink bead mix, the heart. I ran the beading wire down and back up. I put a crimp bead here and a crimp bead here. And I just ran both wires back down through here, crimped, but then only one went back down through here because I could only put one more. So there's 3 wires going through here and 4 actually going through here, 2 up and 2 back. And then I did put some stardust looking crimp covers that I had on because I just didn't like the crimp bead look on the keychain dangle. So that is that piece. So the heart doesn't really sway a whole lot, but the whole thing's, flexible and moves. And the clasp is from my stash. So you could hook this onto another key ring and let it dangle, or onto a planner, you know, a ring or something, or a journal. A lot of my community, I craft with those junk journals, including me sometimes. And I think that's it. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 pieces. And I have enough to do at least one more piece with what's left here, but I'll probably use the hematite rondelles separately and in part of something else. And I may add some other beads in here as well. So let me know what your favorite piece is or pieces are. Again, this is a little asymmetrical. It's not the same on this side as this side. Um, Something different. Yeah, and I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Softflex, for sending me the kit and allowing me to create these pieces. And at some point, I'll probably put them for sale in my Etsy shop. Anyway, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Be safe out there. Hugs, love, and peace, and I'll see you again soon.